long enough, someone would find me. Quickly now, come inside. Cultists have knocked the stars from our sky, and we have to put them back before all Lord Set's memories are taken for good.
Stars? Memories?
Oh, drat. Look, it's easier to explain once we're inside the mnemonic planisphere. That's where Lord Set stores his memories by... well, it's just easier to show you first.
And cultists are stealing these memories?
Yes, exactly. You're a quick learner. I need someone who can fight off these cultists and help me return the stars to the planisphere sky. Please, you have to help us. This task is of the most vital importance.
I'll do what I can.
The planisphere is right through this door. Astronomer! I found someone who can help us. Are you all right? Please, rest if you need it.
I have maintained these stars for millennia. Do not concern yourself.
Yes, much easier to explain now. This is the mnemonic planisphere, where Sotha sealed memories take the form of stars. We need your help to reclaim the stars that have fallen and place them back in the sky. If not, all shall be lost.
What will be lost?
All this knowledge! Sotha seal's memories are our most important source of inspiration, of discovery. Without them, the Clockwork Apostles will be lost, stagnant and unguided. Please, for the sake of our most sacred knowledge, you must help.
All right, you convince me. How do we return the stars?
Oh, thank you for understanding what this means to my order. I need you to gather the primary stars belonging to the points of our constellations. Once enough stars are returned to the rightful place, the rest should fall into ranks. Eventually.
How do I collect stars?
With this. Now, this device has a very fancy, proper name, but I simply call it the Star Scooper. Use it to gather the stars you see floating around the halls, and bring it back here to the Astronomer. He'll know what to do next. Questions?
What is the mnemonic planisphere?
Let's say there's a memory that Lord Set wishes to store. First he turns the memory into a star, which forms in an associated constellation chamber. A powerful spell will form in the Mage's Wing, a great victory in the Warriors.
So the constellation reflects the memory?
Exactly so. It then travels to the planisphere center, where we teach the star its place in the sky. We send it to a forming room if Lord Set wishes to access the memory, or for apostles to study from. Each star has wisdom to share.
Does Sotha Seal forget the memories he stores?
Well, that would certainly complicate things. Lord Set still remembers, but in a distant way. He can analyze these memories rationally, without their emotional attachments clouding his divine judgment. At least, that's what the Astronomer told me.
Who is the Astronomer?
Astronomer is the title given to the caretaker of the planisphere. Astronomer, stars, you know. The current Astronomer has been around almost as long as the Clockwork City has. The blessings of a god really can do wonders for your lifespan.
What's your relationship with him?
Why, I'm his apprentice. Sorry, should have led with that. He only recently chose me as his replacement, though I'm not sure this is a position you can just retire from, if you catch my drift. I suppose even a god's blessing can only last so long.
You seem too young for such an important role.
All a matter of perspective here in Clockwork, age and whatnot. I assure you I've always been quite diligent in my studies, and the Astronomer says I show promise. Well, I mean, he hasn't outright said that to me, but I just get that feeling.
What are the stars exactly?
They're memories given form. Makes sense, doesn't it? After all, our thoughts are as numerous as the stars in the sky. And they're actually called multiplanar mnemonic receptacles, but I just find stars easier to say.
Why does Sotha Seal need to give his memories form?
Memories are distracting little things, and Lord Set has more of them than most of us combined. Storing them here allows him to focus his divine intellect on the current task at hand. And the tasks of a god? Very important things.
Why do the cultists want his memories?
I don't believe they're after memories precisely, but rather information. The planisphere houses much of Sotha Seal's most sacred wisdom. Let all that knowledge fall into the wrong hands? I can't even imagine the vile possibilities.
Goodbye.
to fled.
Perhaps something comforting.
Circle around! From the sides!
You're just so cold to me. You never seem to open up.
Astronomer. You're in for a real treat. Not many get to witness this. Oh dear, that's not good. That's not good at all. Sorry, but I have to go check on something. The Astronomer will explain.
Six stars refuse to answer my call, and the primary constellations remain incomplete. Their instability threatens the integrity of the entire planisphere. Unless returned, I fear all memories will be lost, even to the Clockwork God himself.
So Facile will lose his memories?
The planisphere was created as an extension of Lord Set's consciousness. Connected, yet apart. An endless sky of divine knowledge, perfectly preserved. We must protect the planisphere at all costs. We must help the stars remember.
What happened to the stars?
Memories are fragile, easily broken, easily swayed. My powers of guidance and preservation are not so easily replicated. The cultists seek to control, but only corrupt. I must stay here to keep the constellations stable. It is up to you.
What must I do?
Go to the calibration guides located upon the platforms which surround us. Use them to guide the missing stars back to their rightful place in the sky. My apprentice will show you how. I see questions are burning within you. Ask, and I may answer.
Who exactly are you?
I am the Astronomer, keeper of the stars. A wheel that ever turns. It goes beyond my own mere flesh. Soon, my apprentice will receive this title, and I will take my final step upon this path.
So when Amelie takes over, you'll die.
I have upheld this divine task for millennia. My devotion may be unwavering, but my flesh is not. I must give this duty to another before my power fades. Only then will I allow myself to finally rest.
Goodbye.
Going to win, Seal. We have to believe that.
Do not complain. That does not seem to stop me. just scoop them up. And now, watch this! Oh, right. They don't know where to go. If you can point out where they're supposed to be on the calibration guide, we can send them on their way. Now, the Star Scooper kept a record of what was inside those stars. Let's have a look, shall we? A fragment in memory of Lord Set speaking to someone. This must have been what the cultists were looking for.
Stewardship of my memories carries a high price, all of us. One that you must pay willingly.
Wait, was that the Astronomer? He was so young! And with hair! Not half bad looking either.
teams. So be it. I'll leave you the knowledge of this spell to bestow upon your successor when the time comes.
Maybe the cultists want to learn how to perform the spell. easy to overwrite the memories with your own.
Of course, my lord, but will it hurt?
You will not remember.
That doesn't sound very good. What happened in this memory? We've collected all the memory fragments we need. Let's head back to the Planisphere Center so we can watch the whole thing. Now that we've returned the stars and recovered the memory fragments, the Astronomer can use the nemograph here to play the full memory back. I'm rather curious about its contents.
That device can play Sofa Seal's memories?
We need to be able to reform memories at a moment's notice. After all, apostles often travel from the Brass Fortress to research Lord Set's thoughts. This nemograph translates the starlight into a visual form.
And you said this one is a memory of the Astronomer?
I just know it's him. It looks like he's receiving some sort of boon from Lord Set, but I don't understand why that would be important to the cultists. I doubt you can easily replicate the powers of a god, even with the memory of the spell.
Let's take a look.
Stewardship of my memories carries a high price, all of us. One that you must pay willingly.
I understand. I'd sacrifice anything to serve you, my lord. Even my memory.
Wait, the
So be
sacrifice
it.
is his
I'll
memory?
leave you the knowledge of this spell to bestow upon your successor when the time comes.
Of course, my lord, but will it hurt?
You will not remember.
No, it can't be!
Now you know the truth. It is time.
You never told me of this sacrifice. My life, yes, I'll give it. But my mind, my whole being.
Speak with her.
I know my duty. My whole life has been devoted to this path laid before me. I know the risks, the repercussions to the planisphere should I refuse, the repercussions to my god. Why then? Why am I so scared?
Why do you have to lose your memory?
Manipulating the stars requires severe concentration. They're easily corrupted by stray thoughts, rendering them useless. Not having a memory must help ease that burden.
Do you think you can go through with it?
The excitement of becoming an apostle, my frustration when so many doubted me, how nervous I was for my first kiss. To give it all away, I would lose more than my memories. I would lose myself.
Is it worth the price?
I know the Astronomer's power is fading. I feel it. He needs to transfer his power, and soon. If he dies before another apprentice could be found, the planisphere needs me. My god needs me. Can I really be so selfish?
Trust yourself. It's a duty that only you can face.
You're right. It's too late to turn back now. People depend on me. My god depends on me. Would you come with me? I may not remember you being there, but it would be a comfort all the same.
Of course.
I've decided. I will become the next Astronomer. I give myself willingly to serve the chrononymic will as it has seen fit.
So be it. I'll start the process now. Take care of the planisphere. And yourself as well, Amelie. I can finally rest.
What was I? Oh, the visitor. The mnemonic planisphere welcomes you, Traveler. Due to the recent attack, we are not holding memory viewings. You'll have to return at another time. How strange. I feel a sense of gratitude towards you, though I'm not sure why.
I helped put missing stars back into the planetsphere's sky.
Ah, so you have. You have the gratitude of the Clockwork Apostles. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must inspect the memories to see if they were damaged by the attack. You would be surprised how fragile they can be. I thank you once more for aiding us in our time of need. May your thoughts be clear and your heart ever oiled. I know we haven't met before, but I feel a sense of familiarity with you. Odd how you sometimes get that feeling with strangers.
Why are there still stars roaming the halls?
The cultists have corrupted many stars in their search for control. I need time to restore the memories and guide them to their proper place in the planisphere sky. Hopefully, it shall not take me too long.
And the cultists?
There's not much I can do at the moment. My focus must go towards tending to the corrupted stars and protecting the planisphere from further damage. Until the integrity of these sacred halls are upheld, the cultists will just have to wait.
Goodbye.
Don't give up on me yet, Kara. Think I'm getting close.
Bren, this stew tastes like it was steeped in rusty nuts. Maybe we should just stick to eating the paste. It's not so bad eating the same soft, bland mush every meal. Forever.
Come in search of a hot meal? Hard to come by here, I know, but mark my words, one day there'll be more than just the aroma of bubbling brass wafting out of Slagtown. People are going to come from far and wide to try what's making it.
You're a cook then?
Or a mud mixer. Might as well be the same thing most days. Getting ingredients that pass for edible is a challenge in Slagtown. Solus Romathron's got real mushrooms he's been dangling in front of me, but he won't sell to the likes of us.
Anything I could do to help?
Really? Well, if you got me some fresh ones from the halls of regulation, that'd be a start. But they aren't much good like that. Solus has some trick to making them edible he keeps closely guarded. Maybe you could pilfer his secret recipe for me?
Sure, I can look into it.
Mind yourself around Solus. He's a mean one with friends in high places. Helps him keep his monopoly on the mushroom trade. He won't take kindly to anyone poking around.
Any idea how I might learn Salar's secret?
Oh, he's the type to keep records on anything he considers worth remembering, especially if it can make him a profit. I'm sure he's got his notes tucked away in his office, maybe even under lock and key.
What if I'm caught?
Be best not to mention us then. It wouldn't help your case being associated with Slagtowners. I'd hate to see you get in trouble on our account, but we're just scraping by, you understand?
The mushrooms you want, what's so special about them?
Oh, I reckon anything that can grow here is special. But from what I gather, they got real flavor. Might even be strong enough to take the edge off fabricant meat.
You seem to know what you're doing. Why do you need Salar's secrets to prepare them?
I've tried, but no amount of boiling, chopping, or mashing did the trick. Those mushrooms are tougher than shoe leather and full of spores any way you dice them. Besides, they're hard enough to come by without me wasting them on trial and error.
Are you certain you should be eating any of this stuff?
Can't really say that any of the Tinkerer's creations were designed with edibility in mind, but there's only so much of that mushy food paste a person can eat in one lifetime. I was raised on this stuff and I can barely stand it.
You were born in Clockwork City.
Doesn't make me much of a wood elf, does it? All my parents used to talk about over dinner was the wild game from home. Everyone from outside gets the same look in their eye when talking about their favorite meal. It's why I took up cooking.
You have your work cut out for you.
Don't I know it? But if I can make the days a little easier for even one person, it'll be worth it. And if I only wind up making something so bad the paste is good by comparison, well, that's a victory in a way, right?
Goodbye.
Aren't you suspicious looking?
looking, is he?
It's all right. Let it all out.
I tried.
Hello again, friend. Don't mind the smell, just baking up a sort of clay souffle. Really scraping the bottom of the ingredient barrel right now. Any luck with those mushrooms?
I brought the mushrooms and Salar's notes like you asked.
That's great. Let's have a look, eh? Why, that slimy son of a script. He's been lying through his teeth. I could have been growing these mushrooms the whole time. Still, his pickling recipe is just what I needed to make use of them. Great work. I hate the way people look down on slag towners. Maybe it's not enough that I help feed these people something worth eating. We're always going to be struggling until the snooty folks on high see we have something to contribute.
For instance?
Produce something that doesn't just help us get by, but makes people up top take notice. I'd love to take something from my homeland and give it its own Slagtown flair. We had some root liqueur that would have been perfect, but we drank all we had.
You know where I could find more?
No. I can't imagine how hard something like that is to come by in Clockwork City. Maurice never did say how he came by a case of it, but I'm not one to pry. Couldn't hurt to do some asking around though, right?
I'll inquire about this root liquor you're partial to.
I really appreciate you volunteering for all this. Not many in Clockwork City who'd stop to spit on us down here, let alone do us a kindness.
This root liquor is a Valenwood delicacy?
Oh yes, uncommon stuff. Created by Bosmer ages ago in secret using Elden root clippings. Blasphemous against the Green Pact, they say. Me? I don't think I've ever even seen the color green. Never had the stuff before I stumbled on Maurice's stash.
What do you plan to do with it?
Well, it's pretty sweet, you see, and almost syrupy as it is. Reckon it'd make a great base for marinade. Much better than boiler coolant, that much I'm certain.
You mentioned Maurice got the root liquor before. Who is he?
Another slag like me. I'm sure you've seen him around and never noticed him. That's just how it goes for us. He's an ambitious sort, always hoping to find a way out of his position down here. I cheer him up whenever his plans fall through.
Have you asked him about finding more root liquor?
That case he had stashed was a once-in-a-lifetime find, he said. He was gonna sell it to a buyer and leave this all behind, but the deal fell through. So we wound up drinking the whole thing as a pick-me-up. Foolish. Fun, but foolish.
Hey, Bren, maybe send your friend to the guild traders. They traffic in all sorts.
Not a bad idea. They wouldn't give us the time of day, but I bet they'd be eager to help a cutting figure such as yourself.
Think I'm gonna take a stroll. A little smoky in here. No offense.
I'll be here, airing the place out. If you have any luck with those guild traders.
Hey, you. Working with Brengelin. Come this way. I overheard you talking to Bren about the root liquor, and I had to intervene before you took off on some wild guar chase.
You don't think I'll be able to find more?
Oh, I know you won't. That rare stock was a batch of counterfeit hooch I was trying to pass off on a wealthy mark, but she caught wise. When Bren got into it, I didn't have the heart to tell him it wasn't the real thing. I only made one batch.
Could you make more?
Suppose I could, but I based it off stuff that isn't easily come by. Part of the mix is Wellspring hooch, and I have on good authority that some students of the catalog of rote duplication keep a stash. Off limits, but that's not the hard part.
What is then?
The other main ingredient can't be found in Clockwork City. Stuff was stolen from the private reserve of some silk shirt in Port Hunding. Even if you could get out of this ticking prison, you'd have to smuggle a crate of the stuff back here.
I think I can handle that.
I'll believe you when I see it. If you do pull it off, meet me in Slagtown.
anything here.
respect! No respect at all! Crow friend, a word.
You, find the little thing we talked about?
Yeah, I've got it.
You really are something. How'd you wind up in a dump like this? Give me a minute to cut this. Little boiler coolant gives it some bite. And there. Genuine Elden Root liquor. Promise you'll keep this between us? I like Bren too much to break his heart. He tries so hard to keep us in good spirits.
If it makes him happy, I don't see the harm in it.
I'll get out of here before you give it to him.
Hello again, friend. Interest you in a rust crumble cake? It's not so bad once you get past the taste. Texture's nice.
Here's the root liquor you asked for.
This is incredible. Where did you find it? I hope it wasn't too much trouble. Promise I'll stretch this bottle long as it'll last, now that I know better. Now that I got the base for a marinade, it'd be nice to have something to use it on. I'm afraid I used the last of the meat in our larder on that misbegotten stew.
I could help you restock.
Well, that'd be great, but it'll be dangerous. Fabricated critters out in the wild are just as mean as the real thing. Real tender around the flanks, though. Maybe because the machine bits are doing all the work. About a dozen ought to last us a while.
I'll hunt down some wild fabricant meat.
One more thing, a special request. Tuba B loved Nixound meat before she wound up here. Brethi Rudarum raises the best you can find, but I can't afford his prices. I'd really like to impress her, and I know where he keeps his stash.
I'll take care of it.
You really are the best. Brethi keeps his fresh meat in an airtight trunk at his stables until he's ready to either cook it or preserve it. If he just snick a little, he does well for himself, probably won't even miss it.
Tababi must be special to you.
Everybody down here is special to me. We're all we've got. But I do guess I got a soft spot for her. She's never once complained about my cooking. Even when I know it's eye-wateringly bad, it's always thank you and a scratch behind the ears.
Can't they just buy Nick's hound meat from Bratharu?
Oh, well, I mean, you could, sure. It's just, I could never pay you back for something like that. Just one cut costs more than I'll even have in my life down here.
Amsivi knows your crimes.
Good. That's good.
These Nix hounds may be part machine, but they're all animal at heart. I care for them the best I can and love them while they're living, but even I have to put food on the table.
I hear you have the best Nick's hound meat in town. Mind if I buy some?
If I do, it's mostly a coincidence. They're hand-raised, mostly just for my own needs, but I'll sell off some surplus now and again. Takes a lot of effort, so I don't part with it cheap. I can fetch some from my larder, if it's worth it to you.
It is. I'll take some off your hands.
You'll never find meat more mercifully raised, I'll promise you that. Might put this toward new bedding for Twitchy and Hopper. Take care now.
Hey, friend. Was hoping to see you again. Was just popping up for some fresh-ish air, and what do I find but the tangy smell of fresh meat? Looks like you've had some luck at the butcher's. Perfect. I can take that off your hands now. Gonna need to give it a good soak in that marinade before I can get dinner started. Come by later and I'll have something to thank you for all this good effort. I insist. All right, friends. The guest of honor has arrived. I've cooked up something special for you all. Soon to be favorites, I'm sure. For you, Kara, a mushroom-filtered meat stew. No more of that overwhelming metallic tang, I promise. And for you, Maurice, root liqueur marinated fabric chop neatly braised, soon to put Slagtown on the culinary map. And finally, Tubaby, the crown jewel of my feast. Hand-fed Nick's fillets in a mushroom and root liqueur reduction.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
And for my newest friend, I have a special treat. I never would have been able to concoct any of these wonderful dishes without you. And you've clearly got an appreciation for food. So, I've conjured up a unique recipe to help you through your time in Clockwork City. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, Brengelin. I'm sure I will.
Nothing too difficult, I promise. Most of the ingredients should be readily available in Clockwork City, so you shouldn't have to jump through any more hoops for a decent meal.
All right. Here goes.
Might need a little nip of that liquor after this. Delicious.
Hey, Bren, this is good. You did it.
Oh, my. There is a hint of home in this. Thank you.